Hey loves, Kim here, and I'm back with another video. So if this is your first time on the channel, just want to say welcome. Hi, my name is Kim. Thank you so much for finding my videos and my channel. I hope you all will enjoy. I primarily build on The Sims and I do a little bit of gameplay, so welcome. Thank you so much. If you enjoy what you see, feel free to hit that subscribe button and be sure to click that bell, that way you never miss an upload from me. And if you're an OG that's been here for a minute, thank you so much for coming back. So I'm here with part 2 of this apartment building series. I'm thinking it might be a bit more than 3 parts. I'm still not quite sure how many parts, but this is part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, I'll be sure to leave a card on the screen and put a link down in the description box below so you can catch up. But yeah, I decided to name this building the Top Apartment Homes. Top because the name of this lot is the Twin Oracle Point. I believe that's what it's called. So Top is just an acronym, and I thought it was cute. Like, it's just a lot simpler than saying Twin Oracle Point all the time. So yeah, this is the Top Apartment Home building. So in part 2, I wanted to focus on the last 2 rooms in this apartment building. So in part 1, I covered most of the other layouts, but in this one I have like 2 bigger apartments that are in that large square area on I guess the left side when you're facing the building, and I thought that those rooms would be perfect for someone who had a little bit more money, wanted a little bit more privacy and things like that. I am just adding some wallpaper in the hallways, and I decided to go with this wooden chevron pattern. I believe this is from the bowling pack, and I chose the color blue. I just felt like blue was the best type of color scheme for this building. I don't know, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of partial to blue because I find myself reverting back to it a lot of the times. And then the carpet that I'm using in the main hallways is from the Discover University pack. I really like that honeycomb type of texture, and I just chose that soft yellow color because I don't know, I thought it was just nice, and it wasn't really opposing the blue. Yellow and blue actually go pretty well together, so I thought that was a nice combination. And now I'm just trying to figure out what lights I wanted to use in like that squared off area I was telling you guys about. And it's at this point where I needed to switch out a lot of the lighting fixtures to more of like those base game circular shaded lamps, and I really like that. And this is the front entrance, so when you first come in, this is like where the offices are. If you had staff here, someone who you would draw your lease up with, and where the security would be. And this is just like the main front entrance, and I really liked it, and I wanted to make this space just feel open and welcoming, but also kind of clean and simple and streamlined, just to really represent the building, because that's what I was really going for, a more modern geometric aesthetic, and I like the way that it looks. It feels kind of spacious. It almost feels like an art gallery, and this room is double height because on the level above it I got rid of the floor, so when you're on the second level you can actually peer down and look into this space, and it's nice seeing the Sims walk across. It's really cool. Adding in that branding as per usual, and you can get a better look at what I was telling you guys about, how I cut out that floor in the middle, and you can just kind of peer over and see the people entering and exiting the building. I was playing around with some of these lights from the Spa Day pack, but I don't think I kept them. I might have. I can't quite recall, but they are a bit much, so I'm not sure if I kept them. And I'm just adding in some of these potted plants just to add a bit of greenery. This building can feel a bit cold at times. I did use a lot of cool tones, like a lot of grays and a lot of kind of pale blues, you know, more of those ashy tones, just because I was really focusing on the modern aesthetic. And I'm trying to figure out how I wanted to make the desk. So this is probably like where the personnel would sit, maybe be like the office manager, or you know, I guess like the receptionist. This is where they would sit. And initially I was going to put 2 desks out there, but I just decided on 1. It wasn't really necessary to have 2 desks out there. And then this is on one side, the smaller room is like the office area where you would have your lease drawn up or discuss different things like your terms of living here. And then the other room is more like a staff office, so I'm putting in a little bit of a kitchenette. There's also an employee bathroom and that long table in the middle, so you can either have your lunches there, or this is where the staff would have like their staff meetings. And I always notice, like with apartment complexes, there's always just kind of like that staffing space. I grew up in an apartment complex. I spent like 14 years of my life in an apartment complex, so I've been down to the rent office many a time to either drop off the rent or to speak to whoever, just about different things. And we also had a after school program, which will not be in this apartment building. Let me know in the future if you guys would like for me to build a more expanded apartment complex with multiple buildings and like an after school program and a playground. That's something I'm interested in as well. Be sure to let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to work on that if that's something you guys are interested in. But yeah, I lived in an apartment for most of my childhood, and you know, growing up in an apartment, sometimes you might feel like it's not much, but when you look at it and then you end up being on your own, you kind of are grateful for the different experiences you had, and just having so much direct access to different people. Like I've had some of the best friends in my life from that apartment complex, so there are benefits to living close to other people. But anyway, back into the build. I am still working on the staff area, and I just wanted to make like a little storage closet for, you know, whatever they want to put in, whether it's extra towels for like the pool area, or I don't know, whatever equipment they need to keep this running. And in the office, I'm putting a computer, and I have 2 seats for people drawing up their lease, and also some seats back there for those waiting. In the main area, I have some of those benches from the Discover University pack on the far side, and I love these series of murals. I believe those murals came from the City Living pack. And I also like these paintings, especially the one in the office area for where you would get your lease drawn up at. I can't quite recall what pack that's from. It actually may be from a base game update. I think if it is, it probably came out around the time Jungle Adventure was released. And now we are in the mailroom, so I am using these mailbox from the City Living pack, and I like them because you know, it lets you feel like each apartment has their own individual mailbox instead of everyone using just one singular mailbox, and I really like that. I was going to use those lockers to make it look more like a mailbox cage, but I just decided to put one on the back side, and ideally what would go in those lockers would be like larger packages that can't fit inside of the mail box themselves. But yeah, and then I'm in the debug menu right now. I'm just putting out some of those blue post boxes. I thought that was really cute, and it'll be easy for you to just slip your outgoing mail. I wish that was an actual thing, but it's just decorative. And I'm adding in this desk here. I can't quite recall what pack that desk is from. I think it's either from Discovery University or the Strangerville pack. But in my head, that's kind of like where you would have like your mailing envelopes and maybe like your scissors and things, so you can like prepare your packages or open your packages inside of the mail room. Now we're over here into the gym, and I believe all of this gym equipment is from the base game pack, and I just chose the ones that look pretty similar to each other. I didn't want to put too much equipment in here because this gym isn't huge, and I also wanted to leave some space for your Sims to do their stretches, or if they wanted to do like a little dance video or things like that, they have the space space to do so in there. I put in a couple of punching bags, heavyweight machines and treadmills, and there's also fans in there. And right off the gym, we just passed it, but I added in some snack machines, you know, just in case your Sims wanted to get a soda or like a pre-made meal or something like that. They have the ability to do so. Now we're out by the pool area, and I was just adding in some decor. I really like that pool cleaning thing and the buoy from the get together pack, if I'm not mistaken. And in the laundry room, I'm adding in just a table here. Ideally, this is where you would do your folding. Again, I wish that was a thing, but we can pretend. And I ended up using a singular table from the Discover University pack. I just felt like it was the right size to go in here, and it's a little bit of a high top table, so it would be a little bit easier on your back as well. And I am just using this poster here. I think that poster came with the Strangerville pack. In my head, this would be kind of like the poster that, you know, that suggests what type of settings to put your laundry on and how much detergent and things like that. I noticed that a lot in laundry rooms. And here we are in that community space. I just added in a bathroom, and I also added in a little bit of a kitchenette. There is no stove in this area, but it is a sink, a refrigerator, and some counter space. Ideally, you would prepare your food off-site or in your own apartment and then bring it down. And then I'm just adding in some tables and chairs. So, you know, there's just like some standard tables and chairs, so you don't have to worry about buying some. There's already here. Also in that space, there is a piano, and I believe there is like that big speaker that came with the Machino stuff pack. And I'm just adding in some upper cabinets in here just for additional storage. And yeah, I just really like how this place is coming together. I feel like it's so important to have like the extra amenities in apartments, because I feel like it really adds on to the benefits of, you know, just communal living, and you know, it kind of offsets you living in a smaller space because you do gain all of these amenities. In between the laundry room and the community space, there is this resource center, and I just have a couple of computers in here. So if you don't have your own computer, this would be a good space for you to come in here, whether you're looking for a job or if you needed to do homework if you're a university student. There's so many different things you can do on the computer, so fill in the blanks with your own stories. And then in the pool house, I'm just adding in some lights and some wallpaper, just making it look more visually appeasing. And yeah, now we are going into this community space. So this is on the second level, and what's mainly going to be in here is just a couple of couches and some tables for your Sims to kind of sit and gather and congregate together. There's also going to be a TV and a fireplace just to make it feel all nice and cozy. And I definitely want one of these community spaces on each level, and I want each space to look slightly different from each other, so you don't feel like you're getting the same exact experience. Like you know, I just wanted there to be a change in an atmosphere. But with this particular one, I want it to vibe to kind of be a little bit bougie but also very warm. So I have the wood texture on the walls, but I also have kind of like the sparkly tiled texture behind the fireplace, and I just really like that combination. I don't think I've put that look together before. And I put these tables together. I think those tables came with Get Famous, and they're underneath these lights from the Island Living pack. I don't think I'm gonna keep the table like this, only because it's really hard for your Sims to sit down, but aesthetically I thought it was cool, and I thought it was different and interesting, and overall I like the way it looks. But anyway, you guys, this video is coming to a close. I know it's a little bit shorter than the previous part, but I hope you all still enjoyed. If you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. It helps me and the channel out more than you know. If you want to see more from me, be sure to click that subscribe button and hit that bell, that way you never miss an upload from me. And in the meanwhile, if you want to check out anything that I've created on the gallery, feel free to check me out. My origin ID is Simply-Nisey. Again, you guys, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to wash your hands, continue to be happy, safe, and healthy, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.